This audio clip of a leaked Master Chief trailer for Smash is super convincing. We analyze it. Blocked content.
Hello, this video is for good boys and girls.
What's happening, my Blocked buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. I'm super excited because we're going to talk some Master Chief or Halo content in Super Smash Bros. One of the things that I've been campaigning for a very long time, because that character, that series, all the weapons, the music, that's something that I really feel fits in with Smash Bros. And of course, this being the huge ultimate crossover, yeah, having Master Chief in there from Microsoft, we already have Banjo and Kazooie. I think that it makes more than enough sense to have a property in there that Microsoft is actually pushing at the moment. So I really feel like this could be the perfect time. We have characters from all over the gaming universe, and to have the Xbox mascot in there would be the crown jewel to end off this Fighter's Pass. So I definitely feel like this could be real. We did a Snake Codec episode on Master Chief 2. We are so in love with the idea of having this character in there that we even, have these moveset creations in thought for that. And of course, also the idea that this trailer could be actually real drives us insane. Now, there has been audio leaked or audio created by someone that very closely resembles something from the Halo franchise, in very particular, a Cortana speech, which seems like it's actually recorded by the voice of Cortana, Jen Taylor. It's incredibly real and it's super weird, so we have to find out if this is actually a fan-made thing, if this is some sort of cameo weird stuff, or if this is actually something for the game that actually leaked beforehand that might be shown off during the Game Awards. I have very specific thoughts on this, but we'll dive into it very, very soon. So thank you guys so much for joining. A lot of you guys asked for a show like this, and it's here. It's called Question Blocked, where I answer your questions about upcoming Smash fighters, my thoughts on your favorite video game, or even questions how to make content on YouTube, get subscribers. Send your questions through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your questions live on the show in one of our next episodes. We're recording one right now. And of course, for those of you guys who like giveaways, we are giving away a Piranha Plant plushie at 50k subscribers, and this super cute What's Happening My Block Buddies t-shirt at 40k subscribers, which we're nearing. YouTube made some changes, so yeah, we're coming there very soon. And of course, subscribe to Block Content right now. Comment down below why you should have one of these giveaway items. So don't forget, subscribe, click that button. All right, get into this. This is strange. So I'm just gonna let you guys hear that audio for yourself right now to kind of get a feel of what we're talking about today. So without any further ado, here's the supposed leaked audio.
Chief, I need you to wake up. I just received an incoming transmission. You may want to hear this. It's a little light on details, but UNSC says we've been invited to some battle royale called Smash Brothers. Some guy named Mario is taunting you. Looks like they really want to see what you're made of. What do you say we show them?
Isn't that just really super interesting? And especially the things that are being said in this thing, the general atmosphere of it, right? Well, do I think that this is real? That's the very first question I think you guys want to answer. I think that this is fake. I think that this is a really good fake, and I think that if this is going to be real, this might have not been the way to leak it, right? Audio only or something like that. Well, it just got dropped on several different places online. Helljumper on Twitter, who's actually Helljumper_YT on Twitter, says, well, there's no way that this is real, like someone who is really into Halo, that franchise, and then a little bit about Smash as well. Yes, he basically got this to the masses. It's been retweeted like crazy. People are going insane about it, and of course, a lot of people have already talked about it and given their thoughts. I myself think that it can't really be real for a lot of reasons, and also it could definitely be real for a lot of reasons too, but I want to dive into why I think it's not real, right? And first of all, it's all in the story, it's all in the writing. I think this idea of a transmission and talking about certain characters in Smash and all of that really harkens back to the idea that Snake got into Super Smash Bros. Brawl way back when, right? In the first announcement trailer for that game, already had some CG cutscenes, already had some gameplay. It was huge, revealed new characters like Meta Knight, Pit, Wario, Zero Suit Samus, and it was just incredible all around. And then it of course ends with this tag with basically a Metal Gear Solid codec conversation that announces, yes, Snake is coming to the game. He pops out of the box, and there we go, showtime. or maybe it's showtime, which was super cool. I was really excited when that happened because I was actually a very big fan of the Metal Gear Solid series already, and having that character in Smash is just a huge deal, and having that little dialogue before it just meant so much to me. And now having the same thing happen here tugs at my heartstrings, but there is something a little bit off about the content in here, right? So the audio goes on to say, it's Cortana basically waking Chief up. So supposedly it's after Halo 3, something like that. So it basically has a time, basically has an era, right? Saying, Chief, I need you to wake up. So that's the first kind of idea that we have here. It isn't basically a timeless story. They changed Snake in Smash Brothers to kind of be an everyman Snake, right? It could be the Snake from Metal Gear Solid 3. It could be the Snake from Metal Gear Solid 2. It could be any of that clone business. So it's just Snake, the iconography. But this very specifically fits into a part of that story. Now, of course, they say they got a transmission, something from Smash Brothers saying you got invited to some battle royale. And it's pretty interesting because that's basically what the Colonel in that original Snake codec called it too, a battle royal, right? So far, it's pretty much mirroring that thing. But when it comes down to this specific line, it's saying, some guy named Mario is taunting you. Well, I think that here is where it falls apart. If someone was faking this, and I'll go into why I think it's faked and how it could be faked with that really great voice, well, I think that this is where it falls apart for the reason that they basically say some guy named Mario, which makes absolutely no sense, right? Given that it's a transmission, it could have been coming from a character that actually could be sending these transmissions, like Fox or Samus or other characters that are really, sci-fi inspired. That would make a lot more sense. And some guy named Mario is taunting you also. Just the way that the sentence is written really feels un-Nintendo to me. Mario wouldn't taunt fighters, well, when you play the game, you taunt as Mario, but like Mario's like canon personality, he's not really like that. He wouldn't, go on an intercom and taunt Master Chief to come and fight him. That's just not how it happens. So this feels very fan-made, very fan-fiction-y written. Chief, I need you to wake up. The transmission that we got all feels super real, and then it falls apart when they say some guy named Mario. So it really wants to, convince the audience that it's this big crossover thing, some guy named Mario we don't know about. It would have been a lot cooler if, in the case of Snake, where it was like, yeah, Mario, I know that guy, which was a really great reveal, right? He's like super big fan, or he knows certain characters. That's Link, right? In the other like codec conversations, Snake very clearly knows of some characters and doesn't know of some others. I believe he knew about characters like Yoshi and Pikachu, and some fighters are like huge mysteries to him, which is super awesome. And with this, some guy named Mario is taunting you feels just a bit too on the huge nose, a little bit too easy, a little bit too easy. So, and then they go on to say, what do you say we show them? Which I do think is a really cool line, but I do think that we actually miss Master Chief in here, right? I mean, Master Chief always, with these conversations, has the last note, right? Has the last word. So, what do you say we show them, Chief? Then it would be, it'll be my pleasure, or something like that, Well, I think that it could be a really great reveal to have that in there, and maybe if this is fan-made, that wasn't even available to do, right? They wouldn't get the access to the voice. So how did they get the access to either a voice actress that sounds really a lot like Jen Taylor, or Jen Taylor herself, to record this stuff? I mean, that's just crazy. That's breaking all sorts of NDA things, or weird, intercompany things that you actually sign for when you do projects like Halo, right? You can't just do the character voice and talk about other properties or franchises. That's pretty much blasphemous, right? It's pretty interesting how these things work. There's no real way to send this voice actress a message about, recording something like this. That's just a really big thing. And what's funny about this also is that Jen Taylor actually did voices for Left 4 Dead, but she also did voices in Super Mario games. So she was actually Princess Peach, Toad, and Toadette in different Mario games between 1999 and 2008. So she used to be the voice of Princess Peach, which is incredible. And also, it's super strange seeing that this is, crossing over with Nintendo in terms of Smash Brothers and Halo. So yes, there's no real canon way that this could ever have happened. If this does, behind closed doors, happen, then I'll be very surprised. It's a very big crossover to just throw on people, and I don't even know if it's time yet yet, but to have Jen Taylor in there is incredible. This could also be a voice actress who is really good at doing that voice, because of course this isn't a voice that's super difficult to replicate if you have the same set of pipes, right? But it's also very distinctive. I really think that Jen Taylor's voice for Cortana in particular is very soft-spoken, is very informative, and also has this energy about her that you can instantly recognize if you listen to her in those Halo games, right? Because she talks quite a lot, especially in the newer entries, when she's, basically in your head the entire time, and even the story revolves around her kind of deteriorating. So all of that to say, I do think that it's very interesting. So it's either someone who is doing her voice, or it's in some way some sort of weird cameo thing where they did pay money to have her record this thing, but also there's no weird, outside noises or car noises in that footage, so it sounds really clean. Could this be an AI learning thing? That's something that people have been doing now too. It's totally strange, and all of it's possible. So I'm super curious if you guys have any thoughts how Jen Taylor's voice or someone similar to that is actually in this clip, because I don't think we have to talk about if this is real or not. Very clearly this has been, manufactured by someone. I think that if this was real, there was some other way that this could have been leaked, but how could they have faked this so well? I do like the music. It's Halo 3 music, which had the greatest marketing campaign of all time with the little toys and stuff like that. And of course that music, that little note is also in the brand new game, the Halo Infinite game. They use certain cadences from Halo 3, which is incredible. So yeah, I'm really curious if you guys have any thoughts on this whole Jen Taylor or Halo business. Let me know in the comments down below, because you could be featured in our next video being read out loud. And today's comment question is, how do you think this is at all possible? How do you think they made this leak? So let me know in the comments down below. As for our previous comment question, our answer comes to us by way of Shovel Fighter 12 saying, yeah, the Game Awards basically confirmed nothing has been leaked. This is all lies. And of course, he's referring to an earlier video that we made that talked about the Game Awards in great length, talking about every single thing that could be leaked or could have been leaked from there, which is also very interesting because it also talked a little bit about some Halo stuff. So to me, this is really interesting, right? The idea that nothing has been leaked. If they go out and say that, then it's probably true. But also, what else are you going to say? With this whole Rise of Skywalker, the new Star Wars movie, of course, certain things might have been leaked, and all of the marketing material kind of leans toward things being leaked. So what do you say as the director of that franchise? Do you just say, yep, it's been leaked? You can look the movie up online and kind of read everything that's going to happen. Or do you say, nope, nothing has been leaked, everything is still a huge surprise? Well, of course, these shows have, run-throughs and, these basic setups where someone could have recorded something, but I do think that this is fake, and for all intents and purposes, it's a really good fake, because it's some audio, right? And it's someone actually doing the voice, or it's actually Jen Taylor, or different clips spliced together. I really think it's interesting. It doesn't fall apart at any point for me. In terms of writing, it does, but not in terms of the voice quality, right? So really curious if you guys have any thoughts on that. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for sending in your comments. These are always so much fun to read through. And of course, a huge shout out to our latest Patreon supporters. You guys make block content absolutely possible. And if you want to have yourself created as a little block content character, or even join me for a Skype discussion, or have your own video idea and you want to appear on this channel, please go to patreon.com/blockcontent. There's a bunch of incredible rewards there, and they're waiting just for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, it's super easy to become a member. Please hit that subscribe button right now. If you hit it, well, you are part of the family now. Welcome, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you guys. And of course, you're a little step closer to getting one of those great giveaway items. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys around the corner where there's always more Blocked Content. See ya.